All right, Rabbi Sai, I want to leave the Olam with one last thought before Leila Seder, just to give you a couple of ideas, and with that, I'll leave you to the Heilige Yontif of Pesach. So we'll start with Kaddish. What is the message of Kaddish? Asher boch Rabbanu Mikolam. We were the chosen nation. That means the Rabbeinu Shem chose us with no strings attached. He loves us as a child, and every Yid has been handpicked by the Rabbeinu Shalom, and Hashem says, I want you, and I need you in my life. Karpas. Now, Karpas is an amazing idea. If you think about it, during Leila Seder, we do some very strange things. And we do it, of course, to get the kids to ask, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Points out Ramosha Wolfson a very interesting idea. Not all of the questions actually have answers. For example, Karpas, right? Okay, what's the reason? Of course, there are Muslim. There's many reasons, Al-Pi Kabbalah. But on a simple level, why are we doing Karpas? What are we doing this for? And there's no answer provided. And we're eating it just to make the kids ask. You know why? This is a night of Emunah. It's a night of uncertainty. And many times in our lives, we also have questions. We have questions that there are no answers for. And we don't understand. And you know what the Rabban Shalom is telling us tonight? That's okay. David HaMelech also in Tehillim asked many, many questions. And he never got the answers. It's okay to have questions. It's great to have questions. It's important to have questions. But remember, that's part of the Seder. It's part of the order. There's an orchestrator. There's a Rabbeinu Shalom that understands everything that's orchestrating the order. Even if we don't have the answer, we move on. We go to the next one. Because that's how life is. Yes, there are many questions, but it's part of the Seder night. It's part of Yiddishkeit. It's part of our lives. And we have to recognize that. Yachatz. The Haggadah's message over here, Yachatz, we break the middle matzah. And the rest of the Haggadah is pretty much said to the broken matzah. Because the message relates to a broken matzah, because a whole matzah wouldn't necessarily understand the depths of the Haggadah. So many times in our lives, we feel broken. We feel like we've just got a piece missing to ourselves. We're not fully understanding, connecting. We're not fully with it. And the answer is, no, it's okay. The Haggadah is said even on a half, because only a half understands. Many of us, with so many of our experiences that we've gone through in our lives, have to recognize that the Haggadah is said specifically on only half a matzah, because a whole one just simply won't understand. That's the message of Yachatz. And I'll leave the Oinam with one last idea. Rav Menachem Mendel of Rimanov, brought down the following mashal. He said there are two best friends that spent so much time with each other, years with each other, they loved each other. At one point in their lives, they had to part ways. And when they did so, each one gave a picture of themselves to the other one. And just before they took leave of each other, they said, hold on a second, I've got a better idea. Let me rip my picture in half, and you take one half, and I'll take the other half, and you'll do that with yours also. And this way, whenever we're not with each other, I'll look at my half, and I'll remember that the other half is by you. And one day we'll reunite and put the two halves together. Rav Menachem Mendel of Rimanov said, as we go into Golus, we have to say goodbye to our best friend, the Rabbeinu Shalom. But before we do that, we split the matzah into half. This was in Mitzrayim. They were going into Golus. And they have to recognize that, yes, we are incomplete, but we're crazy about our relationship with Hashem. On a Leila Seder, at the end of Seder, we take both parts and we use both parts to unite them, to reunite both of them, because we have to remember that wherever we're holding, whatever we're doing, whatever situation we've been in, whatever situation we're in right now, we're going to reunite with our relationship with the Rabbeinu Shalom. The Rabbeinu Shalom is waiting for that relationship. He's waiting for us. Leila Seder is a message of hope. It's a message that we can reunite, that we can become a nation, that we can become holy. Whatever we did until now, it makes no difference, because Asher boch Rabbanu Mikolam, the Rabbeinu Shalom, chose us tonight as Leila Seder, as his special child. And just like a father always loves his child, whatever the child does, so too Rabbeinu Shalom loves every single one of us. I want to wish everyone now a Chag Kosher v'Sameach, a Heilige Yontif, a Simchdik Yontif, a Kosher Yontif, a Freilich Yontif. Enjoy every moment. Utilize every moment to whatever you can, to the best of your ability. And Be'ez Hashem, if you do that, ask the Rabbeinu Shalom for whatever you want. We should all be zecher to tremendous nisim and have a beautiful and wonderful Yontif.